Alright, guys, you're welcome to Insight with Ojuma Yusuf on Karma TV. You know how we do it in the program. Well, today we'll be talking about security tips on threats and how you could handle threats whenever you're attacked. You know, in our program, we go around every facet of life, ranging from the security aspects, political, economy, and even to the educational aspects of life. But today, I brought a security expert here today, the Vice President Security and Safety Unit of AUA. That's American University of Nigeria.
That's
Am I
right.
very correct?
Very correct.
Dr. Lionel
Rawlins. VonFrederick Rawlins.
Okay, let me take it again then. Dr. Lionel VonFrederick.
Yeah.
So you're welcome, sir.
Well, it's good to be here. Haven't seen you in a while, so I'm happy to be doing the show with you for the first time.
Yeah, and I'm super excited to have you here. I know it has not been easy, the hurdles to bring you in here and all of that, but then you made it to the studio.
I made it for you.
Thank you so much, sir.
And for your listeners.
Oh, that's great. And I'm very sure they'll be excited seeing you today
I hope so.
on Insights.
I hope so.
Yeah. And what we're talking about today is basically threats. Yes. And how to handle threats so we can be safe, because I'm talking about the aspect of security today.
Right.
And security is like part of our life. Yeah. We live, and then as we live, we need to secure ourselves to live more longer and protect ourselves. So this thing about threats, people don't really take threats seriously in our society. They just think the person is just saying it. He doesn't mean what he's saying. He's just trying to scare me and all of that. So I would like you to tell us vividly what threat is. Exactly what threat is.
Very simply put, a threat is a statement that's made by someone to someone, letting them know that I have an intention of hurting you. And it can be delivered either verbally, which is I say to you, non-verbally, which I can look at you a certain way and you get the message. Or you can do it in written form. And that is like send it by text, email. Or, to me, which is the worst form, you can make a phone call. You can call someone, which is also verbally. But make a phone call to someone. And they don't know who you are, and you don't know who they are, but they know who you are. You don't know who they are. And they deliver the threat. To me, I said that's the most serious kind, because someone has your number, so they call you and they threaten you, and then they hang up. Now, of course, you can.
You don't know the person.
You don't, and you can. Look, all threats are serious, and they should be taken very seriously. And just now, you said that most people don't take them seriously. And the reason for it is because most threats are not, people do not follow through on their threats. Most of it is either to scare or to intimidate, to shake you. Right. But nonetheless, if someone ever threatens you, or if your listeners are listening, or viewers are viewing, anyone threatens you, you take it seriously. Don't think that it's a joke.
Yeah, maybe the person is just trying to pull me off and just make me feel.
Right.
Yeah, and we mistake warning for threats at times. We just feel this person is warning me or it's threatening me. Like, I don't really get exactly. So to help the viewers to get more enlightened, can you actually tell us the difference between threat and warning?
Okay.
Because I am very sure they're different.
Right. There's the difference. A warning is a warning. It is not hostile. It is not aggressive. It is very subtle and soft and easy. They may point the finger. Like, for example, I may say, I am warning you.
Don't do this again.
Don't do that again. That's a warning.
Okay.
Now, if they say or else, then
something is coming up.
You walk in the line between a warning and a threat. If you say, don't do that again, I'm warning you. It's a warning. The moment you begin to say or else, then you, or else what?
Yeah, you should really be eager to find out why the person is saying that.
So now you're straddling the fence. You don't know if it's a warning or a threat. On the other hand, a threat is somebody saying to you, if you do that again, I'm going to kill you. That's an outright threat.
Yeah.
If you do that again, I'm going to burn your house down with your family in there and I'm going to kill all of you. That is a threat. At work, if your boss says to you, if you come in late again, I'm going to fire you. That's a threat. That's not a warning.
It's a threat.
It's a threat.
Okay.
You see? If he says, do not come to work again, do not come to work late again, it's a warning. If he says, do not come to work late again, or I will fire you, that's a threat. He's threatening you, which, he can't do that. But the thing about it is, when it is uttered, you must take it very seriously, because we don't know what it is. Another subtle threat that people do, I've noticed that people use in Nigeria, is, if I'm going to deal with you.
Yeah, I will finish you. Like, I'll end you up in this town. I will make sure you know that I am your senior in this place.
Absolutely. So now that's a threat. But if you went to the police with it, what can they do? Because you say, I'm going to fix you. Well, fix me how? I didn't say I'm going to kill you. I said I'm going to fix you. I said I'm going to deal with you. I didn't say I'm going to murder you. I'm going to deal with you. Well, what do you mean deal? So it has a subtle inference, a subtle meaning. It's a threat. But legally, it is difficult to prove, because I didn't say I'm going to kill you. I was not specific with my intention. But once again, I will reiterate, anyone utter those kind of words to you, as subtle as it is, or even if it's just a warning, take it very, very seriously.
And do the needful.
Do the needful.
You're going to be learning a lot today on the show. Thank you so much for following us this far. My name is Ojoma Yusuf, and you're with Insights and Karma TV. Thank you.
The AUN Hotel is the best place to stay for families who wants to visit Jimeta, Yola area in Adamawa State, Nigeria.
The hotel here at the American University of Nigeria is certainly my home away from home in Yola and in Nigeria. I am a million-mile traveler on 3 different airlines, so as you might imagine, I have a certain amount of experience in judging places to stay abroad, and this one is world-class. This hotel has fit well into its environment. The decorations are from the environment. It makes me know that I'm somewhere else while still having the comforts of home. Service is excellent. There is service all the time. The security is good. The management is responsive. It's always available. It's on time, and the food is really quite good. Everything that you would expect from a world-class hotel, while at the same time providing you with what I would consider an at-home feeling.
I like when someone just walk in the hotel and tell me, we heard about the hotel, you have a good service. That's where I know I'm doing a good job.
Alright guys, welcome back to the show, and we'll be discussing on security tips on how to handle threat. And I've been here with Dr. Lionel VonFrederick.
That's right.
Yeah, the Vice President, Safety and Security, American University of Nigeria.
AUN.
Yeah, we're proud to have you here today on the show.
And I'm happy to be here.
And the discussion has been educating. Like, I've learned a lot.
And it's
also.
good.
And I'm very
You should
sure,
invite me back on your show some more.
very, very seriously, I really have to invite you back on the show.
Well done.
Thank you so much. And we'll be talking about threat and how to handle threat. Yeah, I think you've discussed and you've told us how we could detect if someone is threatening or warning you already. At this point now, I would like you to tell us on how to handle like security tips on how to handle threats or attacks. Because some of us does not we are not security expert like I am. I'm a journalist, I'm not a security expert, so I don't really know how
Okay,
to
good.
detect trouble coming, how to smell trouble. And I'm sure that's your field.
Yeah.
You're a master in it, so you know. So you can help us out in telling us how to detect trouble coming and then how to face it, how to tackle it.
Well, there are different ways that there's so many different threats and different types of insecurity
Okay.
that can happen to us that we can even do an entire show
On it.
on security tips. But since we do not have all day, just quickly, for a threat, if you ever been threatened, the first thing you need to do
Yeah.
is to go to the police,
Okay.
regardless of if you think the person is joking or not. Now, if your brother and your sister and you having a little pillow fight and you're just joking around,
Yeah.
it's your brother and your sister, and she said, I'm gonna beat you up if you keep doing that, and it's a joke. It's a different issue.
Yeah.
But if someone outside of your family, outside of your friend, but not because it's a friend, it could be a real threat. Make sure if you feel
You are being threatened.
you're being
You
threatened,
have this fear inside.
exactly. If that's the key word. If that threat or statement instill some fear and some concern in your heart, you need to go to the police. The person doesn't need to know, but the police
Needs to know.
must know. It's just in case something happens to you.
Yeah.
If it is concerning the affairs of the heart, like lovers,
Yeah.
misfortune. A girl thinks that this girl has taken away her boyfriend
Yeah.
and she
She's
threatens.
pained. Yeah.
You have to take that one extremely seriously. If a man thinks that the other man is fooling around with his girlfriend, those threats are the very most serious ones that people usually follow through on. If I can't have you, nobody else will.
Yeah. You just said this now, and it reminds me of a report I went to cover. I say
Right.
this sometimes in the radio. And this lady, she said January that like early this year, she said she wanted to break up with her boyfriend. And she told him, I'm tired. I can't go ahead with this relationship anymore. From his anger, he was already angry. He had to tell her, you see, you say you're not going on with me, right? Just know no man can get you. As you're leaving me, you're finished, you're gone. Like I will disfigure you. Nobody can come for you anymore. She thought it was just a threat, like a joking
Yeah,
stuff. He was
that's
really
right.
talking and all of that. But it was not a joke at all because he actually did what he said. He beat her with an acid and she was beyond recognition. Here in this state, it wasn't outside, it was here in Yola.
Yes.
Yes, and it was then she was now saying, and somebody said this to me, and when investigation was going on, we later found out that after the police picked him and everything, he was known that he was the person that perpetrated that act, and
Yeah,
he was not really
see?
joking.
Yeah, he
because-
wasn't joking.
Yeah.
Any affairs of the heart with jealousy and emotions, people tend to follow through and act
Yeah.
upon it.
Yeah.
So the first thing you do is you go to the police. You must tell the police. Then you must tell your family and friends.
Very
Because
key.
they can, they need to know that this person threatened you at work, this person threatened you in a nightclub, this person threatened you on the street, and you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Because they can help you. Sometimes if you know the person who threatened you and you're from the same area
Yeah.
and you have the same pastor, the same imam,
You can go to
you
the
can go
religious
to that
leaders.
person
Okay.
and seek their help, because then they might be able to get
Talk
you
to the person.
to make a difference. So maybe pull both of you together and find out what is the problem and let us solve it. So those are the things to remember. Go to the police first,
Go
tell
to-
your friends and family, seek help locally from your pastor, your imam, or if you're in school, you go to your principal, your headmaster, stuff like that. Or if it's in the university, go to the professor or somebody. But you must tell somebody and some people about the way you feel.
So you won't be caught unaware.
Exactly. Now, on the other hand, like I said, there's so many ways that we can teach you about protecting yourself. But let's say that now that we are in Adamawa, and a big threat to us here is always the Shilla boys.
Very true, sir. Very, very true.
So, and they're more dangerous than Boko Haram. You know, when was the last time Boko Haram came to Adamawa? When was the last time Boko Haram went into most states and do anything? So we deal with thieves and banditry and criminals.
But then those guys around the main.
They're more fearful than Boko Haram, at least around here.
Seriously.
So be careful when you're going into a keke, because that's where a lot of robberies are taken. Just 2 days ago, a friend of mine was robbed. Well, not using a friend. He brought the case to me looking for help. He got robbed by, and it was so harmless. You will not think that it was a setup, but it was a setup where one guy pretended to be sick, and when he stopped, to pretend like he was vomiting, the other guy was stealing all of his stuff out of his pocket. So here's what people should do.
Okay.
Always carry a dummy phone with you.
Okay.
Buy an old phone that does not work. Go to the shopping complex, buy a phone for 500 naira. It's just a shell.
Yeah, it's not the main
It's
phone,
not
right?
a phone,
it's just
right.
a shell. Okay.
It's just a shell. It has a glass and a back. And just walk around with it. But your main phone is either in your pocket, in your waist, in your bra, in your purse.
Somewhere
But you have that dummy phone in your hand. So when they rob you and they say, "Give me your phone," say,
hand it over to them.
give it to them.
That's a very serious key.
They're not they're not gonna stop to check to see what MTN.
They don't have time. They're always in
grab
haste.
it and go.
Yeah, they don't have time, so they will just want to just
They take it and go, and they go about your business with your good phone, nicely hidden on your body or in your
and
purse.
then it's already hidden. You can just see, like, I've learned something new again. Yes, whenever you know you're threatened or something, make sure you rush to the police station, and also make sure you're having a dummy phone or something with you in case you might be attacked. So you just throw up that one and you're not losing anything because there's nothing in that purse or in that your phone you were holding. So don't worry, we'll continue shortly as we go out for this short break. Guys, welcome back to the show where we handle issues, as I've said, and we'll be talking about threats and how to handle threats and how to face security issues before it gets out of hand. And I've been with Dr. Lawrence VonFrederick. You're welcome, sir. Welcome
Again,
back.
we have a good spirited, lively discussion going on.
And that's awesome. And you know, when you're giving the tips, security tips, on how to maybe prevent or attack anything coming your way, it comes to my mind that, okay, we should have a code in Nigeria that we can actually call in for safety instantly. Maybe you are in a place and something just happened and you need help instantly. We should have a security code that we can call. Do you think Nigeria has any security code like that we can actually reach out to whenever we need help?
Absolutely. In the US, we have 911. In America, everyone knows that, even if you don't live there, because we see so many movies where the people call 911.
Yeah.
Even little children, 2 years old,
You can call 911.
they are taught to call 911, and they have successfully done so and have saved lives, their parents' lives. So, in our case here in Nigeria, we call 112.
Okay.
112.
Can you come again, please, sir?
112. That's our emergency line.
Okay.
And everyone should give it a try to see if it works or to see what happens. But that number, always remember it or write it down somewhere. 112.
Okay.
But apart from that, let me also advise that everyone should have their DPO's phone number.
Okay.
How many people know the phone number to the DPO?
I think 80% or 90% of us Nigerians don't even have the number of a policeman.
Exactly.
Talk to call on a DPO.
So that is why when things happen in your compound or in your neighborhood, you don't know who to call.
Yeah, you're
You
confused.
call your cousin, your brother, your aunt who live in Port Harcourt.
Or in Yola.
Why don't you call the DPO? So everybody get the DPO number, your area commanders, DPO phone number. You can also call your police. They have a command center with a phone number that people must get and call. And you'll be amazed that yes, it does work. But most importantly, the police does have an app called NPF Rescue Me.
Okay.
NPF Rescue Me.
Okay.
Download that app on your phone, and if you are in any trouble, you press that app and you make a call immediately. The call goes straight to Abuja,
Okay.
not to your local police, but to Abuja. Abuja will call you back within a minute or two to find out, did you just call us? Is there a problem? And then you can explain to them, yes, my compound is being robbed.
And we need help.
Can you help? And they will ensure that the police here will make it to your compound to help you, because they're advertising it. They want people to know that this is there. And if they call you back and you don't answer, they will send someone to find you, because it is coded with GPS,
Okay,
so they know
you can be
exactly
traced.
where that phone is. They will come to exactly
The point.
where that phone is. So that's a good one. Everybody remember that. Get your DPO's phone number and get that app called NPF, Nigeria Police Force Rescue Me.
Okay.
That's a good one.
That's a very good one. And I'm sure, okay, you that is watching out there right now, you should be with your pen and your book, as I've said before, and jot this down. Make sure you call this number he just mentioned, 112.
112.
112. Make sure you call that number whenever you are in trouble. Well, Doctor, lastly, I would like you to give your words to our people here. You know, you can actually tell us to be security conscious. You can actually advise us on how, when you see something, you say something. We should be the security men of ourselves first before others can come in. So how do you think we can watch over our environment? What are the tips? How do you think we can actually watch over our environment?
Good question. Everybody, you're your own security.
Sure.
And because you can't rely on the police and the military, they can't be everywhere at all times.
At the same time, yeah.
So you have to be personally aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
Don't do foolish things like going to drink and get so drunk that you don't know where you live. Or if you smoke, you get so high you don't know what to do. So always pay attention to your surrounding. If you have no car, do not stay out too late at night unless you have a ride that you know is going to take you home. But there's also some personal devices that I will recommend that everyone get.
Okay.
Get some pepper spray.
Okay.
And they look like perfume. They come in different sizes. They're small enough to conceal and hide in your hand or in your purse. And especially women. Because you know,
because you don't have the strength to fight back.
You don't have the strength to fight back, and you don't know who's going to attack you. You spread that in the eyes of the attacker. I am telling you, I'm promising you, you do that, the person goes down.
Wow.
The person is going down.
Wow.
Or At the same time, you can get like a taser, or we call it locally a shocker.
Yeah.
And
That from a friend.
yeah, you if somebody come and they grab you from behind, you take it and you touch their skin, you turn it on, you touch their body, they will be electrocuted.
Wow.
It's not going to kill them,
But they'll be
but they're going to be on the floor, shaking like an electrocuted person.
Wow.
And remember, this is defensive. So once you use it, you run.
Yes, you don't stand. To
You don't
see
stand there
how the person gets
and
up
say,
again.
"Yeah, you're a bad man." No, I want to beat you. No, you do it and you run.
Yes.
And the good thing is, it is legal to have. It is not against the law.
Okay.
And it's not very expensive.
Wow. Thank you so much, Doctor, for making it to the show today. I sincerely
Yeah,
appreciate
we
you.
tried and we finally made it.
Your wealth of knowledge is just so amazing. So grateful that you're following us. Keep following us. Just keep liking, keep subscribing, and keep viewing. Drop your comment, don't forget, and also make any corrections if you know we are open for corrections. Thank you so much for watching today. My name is Ojoma Yusuf, and this is Insight on Karma TV. Bye-bye. Bye for now.